Apple released its third quarter financials yesterday, and I thought it would be a good exercise to take the financial statement that Apple publishes every quarter and then see if I can convert it into an Excel dashboard. And so in this video, I'll give an overview of the dashboard. And if you would like to see a downloadable version of this, please put in the comments below. And also, if you have any suggestions on how to improve the dashboard, please post them in the comments. So this is what I put together. So first of all, we have the net sales, and then we also have the breakdown of the net sales between the products and services. And this is important because they have different gross margins. So as you can see here, services has a 71% gross margin versus products which require hardware. And so there is higher cost of sales involved, and that's why the products have only a 35% margin. Overall, Apple's gross margin is 45%. And then when you look at the expenses side of things, the operating expenses, the selling general and admin at 6 billion, and R&D has been consistently increasing, and it's now 7.4 billion. And you can see at the bottom one of the charts here where I thought it was important to show the increase in investment in R&D, and you can see that it has been increasing. Now, coming back to the top, the operating margin overall is 28% and the net margin is 24% for the quarter. With respect to where the sales are coming from, iPhone makes up 48% of the net sales, and services now is 26%. And in terms of which segments are driving the net sales, Americas contributes 43%. And again, all of these metrics you can change to the previous quarter, for example, and I can see the net sales and all of this information up at the top do update based on the quarter we select. I also provide a lot of, year over year and then quarterly trends below. So let's talk the first column here. So the net sales year over year trend. This shows that the latest quarter there is a negative 1% net sales year over year. And then the net income is high. So the net income is high, and that's because they were able to bring the cost of sales down. And that would be because of the increase in services and then drop in products. And that leads to lower cost of sales. That leads to higher net income. In terms of the net sales, distribution between the products and services is important because you can see here in the third quarter, there's $60 billion, 60.6 for the products. And if you compare that to Q3 of 2022, it's 63.4, whereas the services has increased from 19.6 to 21.2 billion. So increasing in sales in services side, whereas the drop in products. Now let's take a look at specific products. So iPhone, the Q3, 39.7 billion, and which was down 1 billion year over year. And you can see the every quarter's sales for iPhone. Mac was down by half a billion, and iPad was down by 1.4 billion year over year, while the wearables and accessories and also the services they were up. Specifically, the services were up by 1.6 billion. So this is how the change year over year has happened within each of these product categories. And as I mentioned at the beginning, this was done really quickly. I got the financial statements and I tried to put together something quickly so I can publish today. I look forward to your comments and suggestions on how to make this better. And this is something that we can easily make to make it a little bit more dynamic and easy to update with future data and also data from other companies' financial statements. I know that there's going to be some nuances, but we can try to make it as generic as possible. So it'll be a good starting point for most of the companies with some modifications that we can make for specific individual companies. So I look forward to your comments and suggestions. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon in another video.